Hey guys, J-Man here. Today we're watching Benny Johnson's Iran has activated sleeper cells across America. Now, I think Benny is wrong when it comes to the thought that Israel is the aggressor in the whole thing of the October 7th attacks. I do think he's wrong on that. I also think that he is wrong when it comes to Israel, uh, quote unquote, persecuting Christians, because everyone that I hear of that I've heard that has actually visited Israel, it has recorded in Israel that Christian and Jew have stated that there's actually no real threat from within. It more of the issues come from Israel's neighbors. But overall, Israel is actually very accommodating to Christians and to Jews, from what I understand. So, I don't know where he got his info. If it's from Tucker Carlson is not to be trusted. Not anymore. Because he got caught in a bold faced lie. So, let's watch this whole thing. I am actually intrigued by exactly how many terror cells were added and exactly how they got in. Because if they got in because of Joe Biden, then that explains a lot of things.
Good goat. Good goat.
Whatever you don't do what the Iranians do, and well, let's just say you don't want to go down the road of trying to procreate with the goat. That
Bad goat.
was actually funny.
The laws of unintended consequences. We've already had our first Islamic terrorism attack in America. It could have been so much worse. Happened in Texas.
Yeah, they were gonna do this anyway. Okay, let's be fair. They were gonna do this anyway, regardless if we had taken out the Ayatollah and the regime. So to say that we basically enacted something like this, I think is a stretch. I honestly think we were going to get this regardless.
When a man wearing a Property of Allah sweatshirt shot up a Texas bar. It's horrifying. He killed 3 Americans, wounded 14 others. This is what the bar looked like moments before the shooting. Sitting ducks, quite frankly. Thank God for the police officers in Texas who took out this Muslim terrorist who was, by the way, wearing an Iranian t-shirt, according to social media, was obsessed.
Yeah, thank goodness for the police. Uh, and the police they can't really do much uh, in the cities where they're defunded because, well, what can they do? They have little to no manpower and they get demonized either way. Uh, but either way, this whole thing is wild, dude. Like this guy, like the guy that enacted this shooting, he was clearly retarded. He clearly had no idea where he is. Because if he did, he would know that it's not a smart idea to shoot up Texas. Okay? It is not a smart idea. Because Texas has the most lax gun control laws ever. So it's just stupid to try to shoot up Texas.
Obsessed with Iran, was here as a refugee from Senegal, a Muslim country. Maybe it's time for us to stop letting third worlders into the nation who are here to kill us, maim us, and commit terrorism.
Well, you can thank Biden for doing that. We aren't letting them in anymore. Thanks to Donald Trumpo. And he is working overtime, disrupting China and Russia. By the way, this also dissuades the whole RussiaGate stuff. This also pretty much puts a wrench into that conspiracy theory. Because why would Trump uh, interfere with Putin like this?
We'll get to that in just a second. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the police officers were able to shoot him within 57 seconds. How many lives would be saved if officers acted the way that these Texas officers did? So thank God. This is now, of course, confirmed as an...
Well, Benny, here's the problem. It's not just that the officers are actually acting heroic here. They're also given the license to act heroic. In places like Minneapolis, they can't be heroic because they're told not to act heroic. They can't help ICE in the specific sanctuary cities because of retards like Tim Walz and Zara Mamdani. They want to oppose ICE. However, they are opposing the federal government when they do that. So I think that Zara Mamdani and Tim Walz should actually be arrested. But at the end of the day, they can't. They won't be because they're elites. They're in the club.
FBI act of Islamic terrorism, and according to his writings and his own words, it was done on behalf of the Iranian regime. Now, it has long been known that thousands, if not tens of thousands, of individuals on the terrorist watch list were let directly into our country by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, probably precisely for a moment like this, in order to sow chaos and horror on our nation. According to 2024 interim report by the House Judiciary Committee, Biden-Harris released 99 individuals on the terrorist watch list directly in...
Dang, 99 individuals? Dude. Now, again, I think the terrorist cells were going to be activated regardless of what we did. It was going to be sooner or later. We got him activated sooner because we decided to take out the regime. And if they try to enact another supreme leader, we will just take them out too. The point I'm trying to make is, regardless, we would have gotten these terrorist cells activated. Whether or not they're naturally... And I think that also... Sorry, I'm moving good thoughts here. I'm trying to get together everything in my mind here and put out the words from my mouth hole. Okay. Overall, I do think that we did a good thing. Okay, even if some retards wants to try it and cause mass destruction, well, the joke's on you. We have plenty of armed army bases in the U.S. that will take you out. Okay, even if you take me out, guess what? You're going to be taken out by the police. Sorry, this isn't a Sharia law nation. And it will never be a Sharia law nation. This is going to be a Christian nation, a refuge. If you want to enact Sharia law here, it's not going to work. So anyways, let's continue. I've got to say, this is one of those situations where I find it immensely fascinating, and I think that the terrorist in question basically fafoed. He found out.
Into the country. You can see here that hundreds of individuals were released on the terrorist watch list. They don't even know the 30 million people that were sent into the country, obviously to attack Americans, and that's exactly what's happening in the Mideast. Here's footage of our consulate in Dubai getting bombed last night. Dubai authorities have confirmed fire resulting in a drone incident at the U.S. consulate.
So, our So our bases are basically being attacked in the Middle East. Yeah, yeah, that seems par for the course for this sort of situation. Uh, yeah, the Ayatollah regime can, the Muslim Islamic regime can thrash and crash as much as they want. It doesn't matter. We're going to still take them out. We're going to keep on taking them out because we want to make sure that Russia and China just back off. Back off with trying to spread their influence over here in the West.
You can actually see the footage of the consulate in flames. See the moment that the actual drone struck. Ladies and gentlemen, horrific and apocalyptic images from all around Iran as well. Watch the moment an Iranian drone strikes.
Shit.
Horrifying scene here, ladies and gentlemen.
Jeez, that drone strike. What the actual heck, dude? But still, yeah, this is par for the course. This is par for the course from a retard who found out.
Gentlemen, anyway, members of Congress, the FBI, Department of Homeland Security, all of them warning of heightened terror attacks. Obviously, Tim Burchett blasting Democrats for shutting down DHS while we are inside of a heightened terrorist risk.
Came in over the border that want to do us a great deal of harm. You always hear military fighting men's age. That just seemed to swamp our borders. And now with the conflict in Iran.
Blame Hayden Biden. Blame him. He's the one that let them in. He left the border wide open. Like, dude, there were even videos of armed servicemen from our military helping people break into the country. Like, what the heck, dude?
Knowing that we have a lot of Iranians here that are not friendly to this country, it's crazy. It's completely crazy that the Democrats have defunded Homeland Security.
Now we have a report out from the Daily Mail that Iranian sleeper cells have been activated inside of America. Whoopee. Homeland Security bosses reveal go signals sent from Tehran. Top U.S. targets now most at risk. Let's read. America's top security veterans are warning that Iranian sleeper cells are radicalized inside of America. The U.S. and Israeli forces pound targets in Iran, including an operation that killed
Yeah, and then we have some retards that are saying that we should have waited. We shouldn't have done that strike. Like, they were planning on killing us with nukes. Okay? They were planning on killing us with nukes. You wanted us to wait until a 9/11 scenario? Yeah, that's ingenious. That's ingenious. Wait until a 9/11 scenario when people are dead and cities are demolished, and then just start attacking. Like, no, that's not how self-defense works. Self-defense works when someone is coming at you, attempting to harm you, and then you strike them before they strike you first. Basic self-defense.
Supreme Ayatollah, federal counterterrorism teams have fanned out across the country, bracing for what could come next. Exclusive interview with the Daily Mail, DHS senior advisor and Secret Service supervisor Chad Marino says the nation is facing a convergence of threats from Iran-aligned lone wolves. Obviously, we've already seen Iranian attempts on President Trump's life. Is it possible to have 20, 15, 10 people in the country that are part of a cell that go out and carry out simultaneous attacks? Yes, it is. He warned terrorists seeking maximum carnage would attack soft targets, venues, crowded events, concerts and sports matches, public spaces, and mass gatherings.
Yeah, so I am wondering when they're going to start attacking anime conventions and pop culture conventions. I'm sort of wondering when they attack them. Because that is when people will be the most lax. I mean, the nerd culture isn't exactly known for being, uh, you know, uh, defensible in terms of physical defense and all that. But I also don't want to give them ideas. If anything, I would suggest that the con runners, they actually hire armed security. They get the police involved with security and stuff of that nature, because it's coming to fruition that there are idiots here that are in the death throes of the regime that have been activated in attacking people that have nothing to do with the strike. They want to attack innocent people, saying, "This is what you made us do." And no, that's not how this works. We didn't make you do anything. You chose to try to enact revenge because you think that we are the great Satan. That's it. We didn't do anything. We just defended ourselves.
Along with looming concerns, upcoming World Cup designated national security event, the tournament will draw massive crowds, global attention, precisely the type of target for an extremist group. Marino invoked the specter of coordinated Mumbai-style atrocities, referencing the 2008 attacks in India that involved multiple teams striking different locations in rapid succession. You have a convergence of all of these teams all together. The possibilities automatically snap into place. And of course, we've already seen property.
Yeah, that guy doesn't look like he's playing with full deck. Definitely not in the face region. And his social media was found. Apparently, he was anti-Trump. He was anti-ICE. He was anti-Christian. He was anti-Jew. Like, dude, this was not a psyop. This was clearly a Muslim attack. And the Quran was even found in his vehicle. Like, dude, no Christian I know of actually has a Quran. Outside of David Wood. David Wood, he's a special case because he goes all out with the attacking Islam, okay? He goes all out. Me, I don't read the Quran. Because I don't care to. And I'm more focused on trying to build up my own relationship with God than focusing on others' journeys, because I definitely need a lot more healing in my life. And that's why I turn to God, but everything else, but whenever I do get a chance, I'd probably going to spread the gospel whenever I get the support I need. But right now, it's just the support isn't there. It just isn't, and I don't have the self-motivation for it.
Of Allah here. His warning comes as the FBI and Department of Homeland Security has faced counterterrorism and intelligence units on heightened alert. FBI Director Kash Patel has mobilized teams nationwide to disrupt potential plots. The Joint Terrorism Task Force operating around the clock in major cities, including Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, and New York, coordinating with state and local law enforcement. Officials have briefed Congress. They have no specific intelligence showing the planned U.S. strike preemptively, the killing of Iran's top cleric, intensifying the military campaign. Authorities stress that there is no publicly confirmed terror plot. One incident occurred with Austin, Texas, in an Austin, Texas shooting.
Oh man, this is still heavy, dude. I mean, we have a bunch of retards from these Islamic nations and terror cells. I don't know from where I don't know if they're all connected in some way or whether this is just them reacting because we are taking out Islam, the most terroristic parts of Islam anyway. But still, this is a pretty. But either way, I will say this: I do think a lot of these terror cells are retarded. I honestly don't think they can actually do anything. Not in this same breath that say our military can. They can't harm the military, so they have to go against the people. This is why I advocate for guns. By the way, I advocate for guns.
Um, Nobody can say what the probability is, but it's a scary place to be, he said. Whew. Okay. You know, we've said it before, and we'll say it again. The sum of all fears is happening right now. Because when you have a nation filled with criminal third worlders that we don't know who they are or where they are, and when those criminal third worlders see their third world homelands attacked, and they're here on whatever program they happen to be here on.
Oh, by the way, there is apparently some evidence that maybe Ilhan Omar leaked our plans to Iran. If she did, that's treason. That is a direct treason, and I do think she needs to be punished to the full extent of the law, which I would say is denaturalization and deportation. So she should go back to Somalia. If Somalia is her homeland, if that's who she's advocating for, she needs to go back. That's my viewpoint. Because, come on, you are saying that to people like me, a straight white man, is more violent than this. I mean, come on, dude. Come on. No self-respecting Christian would do this.
You know, what do you think that instinct is going to be for some of them that are on the spectrum? Like, for instance, the Afghan national who was here and attacked the National Guardsmen on the streets of Washington, D.C. He went up and just killed the guy. Donald Trump just honored the survivor. A woman next to him didn't survive. Donald Trump honored the survivor at the State of the Union. I mean, it is, of course, exactly why you must have extreme control over everyone coming into your country. They must be in good order for the happiness of America and for alignment with our Constitution, our history, culture. And
yeah, that is another thing. They need to assimilate to our culture. Okay? This is something that retards on Twitter didn't get. When I used the Amelia gif, because I did actually ask them what the correlation between that community clip and my point was. They couldn't articulate it. They just said they let me figure it out, which is a decent cop out. They had to stretch. They had to stretch about me agreeing with preserving culture. Because I used Amelia and she is wanting to preserve British culture. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I don't know the correlation. You want me to figure it out for myself, but I'm not going to figure it out because that's a complete and utter reach. And I don't deal in bad faith arguments like this. And I even pointed out. So you have no argument. Okay, got it. Like, come on. Amelia is somehow racist. Yet, I'm yet she just wants to preserve British culture and wants illegal immigrants out, not immigrants in general. By the way, that is one thing I noticed with a lot of leftists. The term illegal doesn't really cross their mind. It doesn't cross their mind at all. Like, when we say we want to deport all the illegal immigrants, they think immigrants. That's it. They only register immigrants. They don't register the illegal part. Because we're not deporting every single Hispanic person that's already here. We're only deporting the ones that are here illegally and refuse to assimilate. Because here's the thing. I honestly think that we should actually start making English a national language. We have to at this point. So that means if you refuse to learn English, then you shouldn't be here at all. Okay? Because English is spoken by the majority of the country. Sorry, but if you want to speak Spanish all your life, you can go back down to Mexico. Everything below America is Mexico, alright? Venezuela, Mexico. The Mexico we just liberated, by the way. Brazil, Mexico. All of South America is Mexico. All of Central America is Mexico. They're all Mexico. Oh, man. And to Canada, it's no Mexico.
Laws. And so it's an incredible moment right now, a moment that I want to constantly encourage people. Be on the lookout, have your head on a swivel, and be smart, okay? Just be smart. I want to see more of this, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.
Yeah, the whole thing with the Iranian, with these terror cells going about, these are death throes, okay? These are death throes of a falling regime. That's it. That's my take. I think that Iran knows it's cooked. I think that the Islamic order within Iran is cooked. I think they're going to die. And they are not going to get into power for many, many years. Oh man, but still, this was a joy watching this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you later in the next video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Later. Peace.